Hey everybody, it's Catie Harris, owner and CEO of NursePreneurs, and I am here with the team, Ira and Sarah. So welcome, guys.
Hi, everyone.
All right, so we're going to go over blogs and social media today. So, all right, our NOLA system is really, really good for keeping this organized. It has just been the bane of my existence to have to do blogs and social media, but they are important. And we'll share some exciting stuff at the end of this, but I want to show you how you can use NOLA to really benefit from the social media and the blogs. And even if you only use NOLA for social media and blogs, it would be worth signing up for this. So let's jump into one of the accounts, Ira, and go through what you can do with social media. All right, very exciting. So this is the social media planner. So there's the planner, there's content and statistics. So this is just showing you, and if, just to kind of like go back a couple steps, on the left-hand side in the dark gray area, if you scroll down and see where the mouse is that Ira's pointing to, the marketing, that's where we are. We're in the marketing tab. And then up at the top, we're at social planner. And yes, there's a million other things that you can do in this marketing section, but we're just focused on the social planner for right now. And then underneath social planner, there's 3 different things that you can do. There's planner, content, and statistics. And then underneath of that, that's where you would set up your integrations. So if you want to do that drop down, so right there, there's different things that you can add. You can add a new account. I have Google My Business set up. I've got my Facebook page is connected. My Instagram is connected. My LinkedIn is needs to be reconnected, but it's still there. The LinkedIn page, business page, is connected. And then our YouTube channel for Philly Wellness Center is also connected. So all of my social media platforms that I care about are there. Can you hit new account? I'm not sure if there's anything else. I think TikTok is, yeah, so there's TikTok, and if you have a Pinterest account. So there's still a couple more things that you can add. And it looks like you can connect the community too, which we haven't gone over yet, but that's an option as well. So you can schedule and plan all of your posts in all of these social media. Now, when I first started my business, I had to purchase either Hootsuite or Social Calendar, or there was like a bunch of different softwares that did this, and they all cost about $90 a month. And now this is just part of your NOLA account, which is really, really nice. So you can connect all of those. And then the next thing that you can do is create your post. So at the top right-hand corner, you can see there's different options to create a post. You can upload from a CSV. You can use the social planner templates that they have. It's an additional fee, but you can use the content AI. We have a better option for that we'll talk about later, but you can automatically have your RSS post put in there. You can ask for post reviews, and you can put them in category queue. So lots of possibilities, but let's go over how to create a new post. So the first thing we're going to do is click on create new post, and then you want to select which account. Now you can select multiple accounts. Let's say, yeah, those are the 3 that I normally do. I do Google My Business, Facebook, and Instagram. I usually do those together. Now, once you select what you want to do, you can, one of the things I do is customize for each channel, which is that toggle button. And when you toggle that, the reason I do that is because the images are different sizes for these 3 categories. Obviously, Instagram is square, but Facebook and Google My Business are 1280 by 720. So I like to do that. So the content is going to be the same. So if you want, you can write the content first, and then customize for each channel, and it should stay there. But if you want to start writing a post, Ira, just anything you can think of, you know, today is a sunny day or whatever. Or you can have AI write it. Imagine mastering protocols. Oh, love it. Okay. And then obviously there's these different features that you can bold, italic, you can add emojis, you can throw an image in if you want to hyperlink something. What you could do is there's a hyperlink button, and then you add your hashtag. So all the normal things that you would do with a social media post, even if you're doing it natively, that can be done here. And then Ira's she's hyperlinking. And then that picture will come up. If you don't want to use that picture, you can X out of that and add your own picture. And either AI can create it, or in your media, you can add a graphic that's from there. So that you can see that picture is not meant for Google My Business. So that would be something that would be perfect for Instagram, but you can see the dimensions on it. It doesn't make sense for Google My Business, but it looks fine on Instagram. And then for Google My Business, you could either just resize it, or if you're not a perfectionist, just leave it as it is. And it looks like Ira turned on the media optimization button there, which is why it works on Facebook, because normally if you turn the media optimization off and then go to Facebook, it probably isn't going to, oh, no, it still looks good. It's still square. All right. Well, anyway, it's probably best to use the media optimization button. So under advanced options, what's there? You can select a category. So if you categorize your post, let's say for Instagram, this is behind the scenes, or it's your weight loss category, or whatever the case may be. And then you can add tags and all that kind of good stuff. And then they'll be saved there. So you don't have to chase after them. And then for Google My Business, you have some sort of call to action. What are the other options? Call to actions if you're setting up an event or you're doing an offer. And offers are great to do on Google My Business. You might want to consider doing that, once a week or at least once a month. And then the button label would be your hyperlink. So especially if you have there you go, book a call, you could put your calendar in there, or if you want them to go to a certain page, you put the button link. You're just going to put whatever URL in there, and then they'll be able to hyperlink straight from your post to wherever you want them to go. And then you would do the same thing with the other social media accounts. So let's scroll up and go to Facebook and copy and paste all of oh, it's already there. Perfect. Now here your Facebook options are different. So you can post it as a feed. You can post it as a reel, even though this doesn't make sense as a reel, or you can post it as a story. So if you have a video, you can post it as a reel or a story, and that would make more sense. But those are the options for Facebook. And in this case, you would want to hyperlink inside of the post, as opposed to Google My Business, where you hyperlink at the bottom of the post. And then Instagram, you can't hyperlink at all. So, even if you do hyperlink, it's not going to hyperlink in Instagram, because they can't hyperlink. You have to, I would say, instead of tap the link below, I would change that to say link in bio. And then you just have to make sure that you have a link in the bio where they can go to access this, whatever this is.
Is that follow-up comment, is that a new feature underneath the image on the left side?
Yes, this is for Instagram. But for Google Business, that is not available.
So what is the follow-up comment? What would we put there?
Like on the follow-up comment, like they can insert like additional instruction, which is once they view it and then they click on the comment, they will be able to see that message.
Okay, so we're not responding to the follow-up comment. We can just see what the first comment is. Or can we type something in there that says, thanks. Thanks so much. Thanks for your response.
Like this one, as they will see, that will be the first after the post, it will show what up as a first comment here.
Okay, so you could put something strategic there. So if you want to put, can't wait for you to come in and get this or something. At least there's a comment on your post. Well, that's pretty neat.
Or interested. Something like that.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, that's interesting. Cool. So you can do videos. So there's the option to add videos if you want to do that. So obviously with Instagram, there's the option to do a Instagram post, Instagram reel, Instagram story. What are the other options for Instagram?
For Instagram feed, reel, and story.
Oh, look, you can invite collaborators too. So if they accept, their post will be shared to their followers. So you can invite collaborators straight from here as well. So, you can do everything from here. It's amazing. Okay. And then you can either post this or you can, if somebody's putting your social media together, you can save it for later or send the post for approval. Or you can schedule a recurring post for a time frame. So things like Facebook and Instagram, your posts get lost after your 9 grid goes past, maybe like 1 or 2 9 grids. Nobody's looking at your 1,000th post. So you could repost your 1,000th post because nobody's seeing that anymore. So it's a very temporal type social media that you need to keep it at top of mind. Whereas YouTube, you don't keep reposting the same video because it's an SEO engine and people only need to find it once. All right. What else do we have here? So under social media, so under content, what's under content? Just another way to do your post. And if you have any recurring post, you can put them in that section. What's the template library look like?
This will have access to the templates for the social post.
Okay. So you could play in here as well. And then statistics. It'll show you how everything is doing, which is nice as well. So on Facebook, how many impressions did you get? How many followers? How many likes? How many comments? Oh, look at that. And here I thought Instagram was a waste of time. It looks like Google My Business is a waste of time. But it doesn't cost me anything extra to just click the button and have it post on there. So how about TikTok? Is that even connected?
I believe your TikTok is not connected yet.
No, it's not connected. That's okay. All right. So, well, that's interesting. And that's something that you can follow. Now, up in the right hand, there is you can preview and you can clone. Oh, that's nice. What it will look like. Okay. In the top right, the gear, can you click on the gear?
The new post one?
No, the gear.
To the left of the new post, that little circle setting button.
Okay. So on that setting icon, they will be able to find here the accounts that is connected. By the way, there's a validity, like for instance for Facebook and Instagram, like around 45 days validity of connection. So every time, like after 45 days, it will needs to be reconnected on the
Right.
social planner.
Which is kind of a pain, but at the same time, it is a security feature. So
Yes.
it's just something that you have to do. And you do get emails about that. So if it's expired, it'll send you an email, or when you try and post, it'll say the post failed, and then you have to go in and reconnect. And it's pretty easy to reconnect. You just click the button that says reconnect, and it'll do it. So Ira won't be able to do it on my account because I need to validate the passcode and stuff. So I have to go in there and get it done later. Now at the top, you have different categories as well for the communities. Can you click on that? Yep. Let's see. Manage group. How about notifications? Those are just the different if you want to be notified when, let's say, somebody is putting your post together and you want to approve them, then you can have these toggled on. Or if your post fails, because that's not toggled on for me, but if you want to toggle that on, you can as well. And then you can edit those settings, which is nice. Categories. So these are the different categories. So let's say you post on 9 different types of categories for Instagram. You can set your categories up here, and then they'll be available when you're creating your post. If you want to put a watermark on them, I imagine that's what this one is. You can add a watermark, and then that way people can't steal your stuff easily anyway. And then global settings. All images used in Social Planner will be optimized for required content. So, yep. So that is the Social Planner. It's extremely robust and very eloquent. So you can get this, just using the Social Planner alone is quite amazing for your business. Now, the other thing that we're going to show you is blogs. So we're back on the left-hand corner. Ira just went to sites, and then at the top, there's a section called blogs. Okay, now I would normally suggest that if you have a WordPress website, I would use the blog feature inside WordPress. If you hate WordPress or you don't have WordPress and you just want something simple, then you can use this. But the blogs feature here, if you have a subdomain, the whole purpose of a blog is to drive traffic to your website. And if you're using a subdomain, like for me, for Philly Wellness Center, this isn't my main website. I have a main website. This is a subdomain for me, which means it's go.phillywellnesscenter.com/blogs. So I use the blog feature on WordPress. I would strongly recommend you do that. But if you use NOLA as your main domain, so if my main domain was phillywellnesscenter.com here, and you can see at the top, there's a section called websites. You can build your whole website inside NOLA. That's not a problem. And if you do that, then you would absolutely use the blog feature here. So yeah, there's templates, and we have another video for websites, so we're not going to go into this. But this is when you would use blogs here, and the blog feature is quite easy. So you have to go through the process of setting up the blog the first time around. Ira, what are do you remember some of the things they have to do in order to access blogs?
In order to access blog, so first they need to create the blog here on the
Well, the
blog
first
section.
time they log into blogs, if it's not set up, you
Okay.
won't come to this window. Something else happens.
Let's use another account which has no blogs yet, so we can show them how it will looks like.
Yeah, and then we can come back here.
Okay, so first, this is an example. There's no blog yet. So they need to select first, create blog site, and then they need to fill out the information here. Like the important here as well is the domain. They need to select the domain, and then the slug connected to the domain. So if they don't have a domain yet, so they need to click on add or edit domain, and then they will be redirected to another page where they can connect their domain here.
Okay.
So this
All
is
right. Yeah.
the
So
very first
that's something
important part.
that we can certainly help you with if you or have issues with this. But if you're already set up through NOLA, you'll have a domain and you just click on that domain. And then the slug is just the final word. So it could just be, you know, in my case, my slug would be blog, right? Or, you know, it doesn't have to be anything terribly interesting, but you want it to be specific to what it is. So my domain would be go.phillywellnesscenter.com/blog, and blog is the slug. And then you can put a meta description in there, and you can ask, you know, AI to help you, or you can write it yourself. It's just you only have 100 words or 100 characters. I'm not sure which one that is. So it's pretty short, sweet, and to the point. All right, let's go back. Now, if you want to create a blog, you just go and click create blog, and then you add, you know, that's what that setting is for. So let's create. Yep, that's fine. There's our slug, blog title. And then the meta description is optional, but it's strongly recommended for the purposes of this. Or, you know, we could just either skip it. Yeah. And then we're going to hit create. And then from here, we can put the blog together, and it just walks you through step by step all the features that you need to have in each blog. So our blog is created. We can create a blog post. So what you do have to go through this first and foremost. So we need a title. We need an image. It's going to force you to do an image. It's recommended that you put alt text, which is the cover image text, which is used especially in for disabilities, so that people that use hearing devices, like sometimes for the visually impaired, their computers will read the alt text to them so that they know what it is. So it's very, very helpful to have alt text, especially for people that have disabilities. And then a post description, you want to give a short description, and it tells you, you know, what between 100 and 250 characters. So yeah, so that would be what we need to put here. And then we can go and write the blog. And then when you put this media comes from your media folder. So when you click in there to change or remove the picture, it's going to take you to your media files, and then you can upload straight from there. And we could just pick something random. And we create the post. And then this is just where you would write the post. You can also use AI to help you write this. But what is, yeah, you have all your features. So if you want AI to write it, and again, this comes with additional cost if this is turned on for your account. If it's not turned on for your account, you can just let us know, and we can do that for you. But that's it. That's your writing board. Is there anything down below, or that's it? Okay, and then, the three buttons. What are those three buttons? Okay, so you can duplicate, preview, see your last version, or delete the post. So if you save that, and then you hit continue, you're going to select a category. So we're going to select eczema, or you can add a new category. Adding keywords helps with SEO. Adding the authors, so I should already be in there, most likely. There we are. And then you can save the draft, publish, or schedule to have it published later. We can just draft this because I don't want this posted. And that's it. That's how easy the blogs can be. Now, one of the most exciting features that we have coming, that we have available for NursePreneurs, is the ability to post to social media and blog post straight from a Google Sheet. So you literally just put an idea in a Google Sheet, and all of this gets done for you because the whole thing can be automated. So this is what we call an AI employee agent. And we have that created, so we can use that if you have a NOLA blog or WordPress blog. Oh, that's gross. And social media. So it'll post based on the blog post. It can post your social media. You can post anything that you want for social media. So it's a very, very exciting time for content creation. So we're very, very excited about this. So if you have questions, you want to hear more about the content AI agents that we have, just feel free to contact us. What else? Did we cover blogs and social media?
Yes, we did. I love how straightforward it is, how easy, all in one. Like you said, if you only bought NOLA for those two things by itself, you would still be making your money's worth. It would definitely, the return on investment would pay for itself.
Yeah, and you can see we've got like months and months of content here. Like just this site alone, the funnels, the websites, the stores, the webinars, the analytics, the blogs. Like there's a lot of stuff to cover there. And the thing with NOLA is that you don't have to do everything. And I fall into this trap a lot because I'm like, oh my God, like I need to use every feature of the software. But I've been using it for years, and I don't use every feature of the website or of this system, this software, because it's too complicated, it's too complex. So I use what I need when I need it. The blogs feature, again, I use WordPress blog. If this is your main domain, I would use this blog. It's very, very functional, very great. But if not, just use the social media planner because that's amazing as well. So having everything in one place that can be completely automated, you could just say, the social media, I want a social media post on microneedling, right? And we can auto-generate the caption, the image, the post, the call to action, all of that good stuff. And it will be done for you and scheduled. It can be set for your approval. It can be auto-posted. It can be auto-scheduled. So many things that we can do. And all you have to do is come up with the idea and approve it, and it gets posted auto-magically. So very exciting. All right, guys. That is it for this week. Hope you enjoyed that, and get in there and play with the social media planner and see the different fun things that you can do.
Thank you so much, everyone.